Hi and welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography and more. And I hope I keep it under 5 minutes. So, you want a website. If you're a small business owner in Victoria, even Australia for that matter, you know that having a website is essential. Your website is your online storefront, and it's your first impression that many potential customers or clients will have of your business. That's why it's important to have a website that is well designed, informative and easy to use. So if you've ended up here listening to me, you are looking for a website for your small business or considering a new site, a revamp. It might be just a refresh, but you're here. So let's cover the basics first. Overall, in my experience, there are 3 main ways to build a website for your small business. Number 1 is self-build. There are several website builders available that make it easy to create a website without any coding knowledge, any of that nerdy stuff. They've got that covered. These builders typically offer a variety of templates and features to choose from, and they often have plans that will fit any budget. So it's a bit of a subscription. So think about Wix, GoDaddy, etc. They're the type of website builders. However, it is important to note that these website builders can be limiting, and you may not be able to create a website as customised as you like. Number 2, you can hire a professional. So if you want a more customised website, you can hire a web designer or developer to build it for you. This option is more expensive, but it will give you a website that is tailored to your specific needs. And this is what I do. When hiring a web designer or developer, be sure to get quotes from multiple providers and compare their services and pricing. Also, timelines, very important. Biggest gripe I get from businesses is, I paid my money back in January, it's now October and I've got no website. Talk to them about timelines. It's also important to read reviews of different web designers and developers before deciding, because there are many, and there are charlatans out there or sharks, but there are also some very good and talented people here in the Northeast that have been building websites for up to 20 years. So check them out. Do your due diligence. Number 3, and this is a new third option, and that is getting a website built with AI. So there's a smaller outlay, and it might be subscription as well, but there are many to choose from. And technically it's a builder as mentioned before. But AI-powered website builders can help you create a professional-looking website without any coding knowledge or design skills. Some popular AI-powered website includes Wix ADI, Squarespace ADI, and Xero. And Xero is ZYRO. No matter which option you choose, there are a few more important things to keep in mind when building your website. So, number 1, it's really about that domain name. Your domain name is your website's address on the internet. It should be easy to remember and relevant to your business. They're usually made up of 2 parts, the domain name extension such as .com or .au, the domain name itself. So for example, www.samhicks.com.au lets you know that it's me, Sam Hicks, and that I'm in Australia. When you are thinking about a website, you need to look at using a content management system. They call them a CMS. It's basically a software that makes it easy for you to update your website content. So I'm just talking, uploading, changing images and or text. WordPress is a popular CMS that is easy to use and has a wide range of features. You need to be able to secure your website with an SSL certificate. A few years ago, Google got all funny and decided that it wanted relevant and authentic and true websites. And especially if you're dealing with e-commerce or anything like that, you need an SSL certificate. So what that basically does is it encrypts the data that's transferred between your website and visitors' browsers, and it helps protect sensitive information, such as credit card numbers. But Google these days doesn't even recognise websites without these certificates. You need to be able to optimize your website for search engines. So they call it SEO, and it's the process of making your website more visible in a search engine result page. They call them SERPs. I love that acronym. This can help you to attract more visitors to your website. WordPress. WordPress is a popular CMS that is used by millions of websites around the world. It's easy to use and has a wide range of features. Themes. Themes are templates that can be used to change the look and the feel of your WordPress website. There are thousands of themes available, so you can find one that perfectly matches your brand. I usually compare these to covers on a book. And the next term I'm going to talk about is plugins, and they become the chapters. Plugins. Plugins are add-ons that can be installed in WordPress to add a new feature or functionality to your website. These plugins are available for anything from SEO to e-commerce to forms. All right, so that's really good, Sam. You've covered all the basics. But what are the steps? What do I need to do to be able to get my website happening? So number one, you need to make sure you've got the domain name secured. Who do I use? I use virtual.net.au for domain names. And there are many domain name registers in Australia. I like Virtual because as options go, they've got quite a few, and their prices start from $22 per year. And for me, it's one phone call to sort out the domain and or if there is any email domain issues. If there are any, I've never had any, but you never know. Now, if you are looking just for a .au domain name, check out Auda, AUDA. They're the administrator of Australia's top .au top-level domain, and they have, I think, about 4 million or so domains registered, and they have great information on their site. So, that's the first one, getting that domain name. Number two, then you need to build the website. So this is about you finding the designer or the platform. You need to find a host for your website to live with. So sometimes those cookie cutter website builders will actually have an extra part of the subscription for hosting. And for a lot of people, for majority of people, that's really convenient. Once you've found that host for your website to live with, you can get your content and your image and your texts ready for that. So then once you've done that, once your website is built, you then need to make sure that your domain name is then pointed to that site. So when they type in samhicks.com.au, it goes to that website that you've just built. Now, once you point to your site, it does take up to about 24 hours to be all nice and working seamless. So, Sam, think about what the options could be for me. And I get this question all the time from business owners. So option one is really self-build with Wix, Squarespace, GoDaddy or similar. They're an all-in-one platform with a variety of buy-ins and everything can be added on for additional costs. So it doesn't matter what you want, you pay for a little bit extra, you get that additional service. Most of these providers offer paid plans and include an SSL certificate, SEO tools, website analytics, and a basic booking tool if you want it. They also offer website building options, meaning they have on-site teams. So if you sort of get halfway through and you need to ask a professional, you just pay a little bit extra and they will jump in and help you. So that's quite a handy thing. They offer subscription-based options, including the option to register a domain name. But if you ever decide to shift to a different website platform, they retain the domain name, meaning it resides with them, and you'll have to pay to repoint to your new website. Many of my clients do have this style of website, and if they've been set up correctly, they're awesome. And, as I mentioned before, the newer players on the block are websites getting built with AI. So option two. So this is where I come in. So I've been working with eKnowHow for 20 years now, and we custom build websites. So how does it work? Well, there's an initial cost for building the website plus hosting on secured sites. We ask for payment up front and works are completed within 45 days once all photos and content is collected. I work with you, the small business, to build a brief and work with the designers, so a bit of a middleman. But I help disseminate the information and I will keep you on track. Oh, you still owe me 3 images for that page. Once the mock-up is created based on that brief that I've built, and you love it and I love it, the website will then get constructed. Once it's built and signed off, it's pointed and you get the keys, so to speak, in the form of a login, and you are then in control of text and images of the site forever until you need it upgraded. The added bonus is you have me as a backup support, and I can always show you how to update and make changes if needed. And if there's something that drastically goes wrong, I'm usually your first call, and then I work with the website designers to rectify. So I hope that helps to understand the world of websites for small business. Now, some additional thoughts. And as I was writing all this down, I thought, oh God, I really need to mention things like don't forget customer experience. They call it CX, or even user experience. Think about the customer journey, accessibility and the ease of navigation. You need to keep it simple with lots of white space, beautiful images and easy to read fonts. Make the ability to contact you an easy one as well. I was looking through a website the other day and I thought, God, this website is so beautiful. But I literally had to dig through several pages to be able to find a contact form. And I thought, ugh, that's a bit ooh. And SEO is important. It's best for small business owners to learn a little bit about SEO, because if you ever need to upskill or hire a professional, you'll have some basic knowledge. Anywho, thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, check out my website so you can understand how we can work together to reach your small business goals. Remember, anything is possible, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.